Manchester United back in the Champions League for the first time in a couple of seasons, and God does it feel good to be back in the group stage. It's like Batman without Robin. It's just not right. Manchester United have to be in the Champions League, have to be there. One of the biggest clubs in the world, have to be there every season, so it's fantastic to be back. Got the first game away in Holland against PSV Eindhoven. Fantastic looking game on paper. Obviously the champions in Holland last season, Memphis Depay going back to his old club, and obviously Manchester United are on the back of that fantastic second half performance, 3-1 victory over Liverpool. So hopefully going into the game on a high. Obviously PSV Eindhoven, it's going to be a tricky tie, probably the best team that Manchester United could have got from pot one. So on paper a decent looking group for me. I really do feel that Manchester United should be getting out of this group, at the very least finishing second in the group. Should really be looking to finish first in this group. You're looking at the teams and they're tricky teams, but not anything that a club of Manchester United standards should be failing to beat, especially at home, and picking up some draws away in the likes of Moscow. And I think that they can go into this game with full confidence. I've looked at PSV Eindhoven and they won 6-0 at the weekend, although they had a man, the other team, I forget the name of the team, had a man sent off early on, and Luka de Jong I think got a hat-trick in that game, so we're going to be looking at him as probably the main danger man from PSV. I don't know too many other players that have scored goals. There are other players, Wijnaldum and obviously Memphis Depay have left, so I don't really see too many other players potentially causing many problems. If you can think of many, please do hit them in the comment section box below, because I haven't seen enough of PSV play. I don't really follow the league in Holland. I think it's a pretty poor league, to be honest. And winning 6-0 away from home really does prove that, because I don't think PSV are certainly not one of the giants of Champions League football, certainly not nowadays anyway. They might have been a decent side a few years ago, but they're not what they were. None of the teams, the likes of Ajax, aren't either. So I think on paper this looks a relatively decent draw for Manchester United this game. Although it is away, all the Champions League away games are difficult, but I do think we should go into this game with a lot of confidence. A lot of them teams in that Eredivisie are not really decent sides. I mean, you look further down the league and a lot of them are probably not much better than the teams at the top of the Championship. So we should be going into this game looking for a lot of, really a lot of confidence going into this game, really. Obviously Wayne Rooney's out injured for this game, and we're going to probably be playing the tree up front again. Marouane Fellaini, who was absolutely fucking dog shit against Liverpool in that first half. It's not really his fault, to be honest, because he's obviously playing out of position up front, but I did say before the game, speaking to another fan, Joey, and I was saying to him before the game that I thought that Fellaini should play up front, because Martial's coming in, he's inexperienced in the Premier League, he's only young. It'd be a lot to throw him into a massive Manchester game like that against your biggest rivals straight from the off. And when behold, he comes off the bench with his pace, goes through the defence like a knife through butter, just went through past Skirtle like he wasn't even there, and coolly put it in past Mignolet. I mean, that really was a quality finish from me. And I preferred that goal to the Benteke one. I mean, that was a great strike from Benteke, but them sort of shots, you can have 20 of them, they could go over the bar, go wide. But I like these ones where players run at defence and score, take a few players on and score goals. I really like them type of goals. So I'm hoping that he could start. Personally, I would start Martial up front for this game. I would put Juan Mata actually in the number 10 role. I would like to see him start in the number 10 role, and I would have Ashley Young and Memphis Depay on either wing for this game. But obviously it depends. I mean, he could start Herrera in there in the number 10 role. We're not too sure what's going to happen, but I think he probably will stick with the same back four and goalkeeper. I mean, it's pretty settled now, that back four. I mean, Rojo doesn't look like he's going to come back in any time soon. A lot of people talking about his passport issues again, but he is actually on the plane. He did fly to Holland for the game, so he's obviously got his passport issues completely sorted. Well, obviously since he's come back, because he obviously had to come back, I suppose, from wherever he was on his holidays after the the summer break. So good to see that he's flown out as the backup really at the moment to Daley Blind. Hopefully he can get some minutes in the week in the Capital One Cup, but I don't think he's going to play this game. Obviously we've got the midfield to sort out. I mean, obviously Schweinsteiger played a decent game against Liverpool. I thought he was brilliant in that game. So whether he's going to start this game, again, I don't think he will. I think it will be Schneiderlin and Carrick in there. Really still impressed with Carrick. Every time Carrick plays, we get that bit extra. We win. Our win percentage definitely hits more heights than it does when Carrick doesn't play. If you look at the games without Carrick, even this season, we've dropped points when he hasn't played. So it's fantastic to see him play. I said before the game the other day against Liverpool that I really did want to see Carrick in the team. It would be a massive loss him not playing, and he actually did play. So it's fantastic, and I think he should play again in this one. Put Schweinsteiger on the bench probably for this one. I mean, putting Martial up front, he's got Champions League experience. You probably will get a bit more time on the ball in this. Teams seem to be a bit more open in this Champions League. And obviously, I personally don't think that they're one of the top teams in this PSV. I think Manchester United can go out there and get the win in this game. I think teams in the Premier League make it a lot harder for Manchester United to score against. They close you down a lot in the Premier League. It really do make it difficult. And there are a lot of really difficult sides in the Premier League now. It's so competitive in the Premier League now. I mean, you've got the teams like Stoke buying decent players now, even though they've had a bad start. They've not got many points at the start of the season, but you've got even teams like Watford spending 30, 40 million pounds now. Newcastle spending a lot of money. Crystal Palace spending big money on decent players. So the Premier League, I think, is a lot harder than some of these Champions League group stage games. So I think we can go into this with full confidence. I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory. I'm really confident going into this game. I think we will beat these and put down a marker for the Champions League. So it's back. We're back in it. Come on, United. We're going to do this. We can win this game. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to start? Who do you think is the danger men for PSV? Hit the like button if you haven't. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We will be giving away some David De Gea signed gloves soon. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all again soon.